What's up, everyone, and welcome back to the channel, your number one spot for data-driven football analysis. Today, we've got a massive show lined up. We're going to break down 5 huge upcoming matches: the Manchester Derby, Chelsea versus Brentford, Liverpool against Burnley, Sunderland versus Crystal Palace, and Nottingham Forest versus Arsenal. I'll walk you through the stats, the recent form, and the head-to-head records for each game. By the end, you'll have my final, well-researched predictions. So, grab a seat and let's get straight into it. First up, the one everyone's waiting for, Manchester United versus Manchester City. The Manchester Derby is always electric, but betting on it requires a smart approach, not just emotion. Let's look at the venue stats. United have a home win rate of 50%, which is respectable. But here's the thing: City also have a 50% win rate away from home. This tells us that neither team has a clear advantage based on location alone. The playing field is surprisingly level in that regard. Now, let's examine their current form. Manchester United's last 5 games recorded 1 loss, 1 win, and 3 draws. Manchester City, on the other hand, recorded 2 wins and 3 draws. Notice a pattern here. Both teams are coming off a string of draws, and it's been a significant trend for both of them lately. This signals that they are evenly matched and finding it hard to clinch a win against tough opponents. We have witnessed Man City win 3-0, a tense 0-0 draw, and a narrowed to 1 victory for United. The key takeaway here is that while the results are mixed, City very rarely lose this fixture. They have the resilience and quality to get a result even when they don't play their best. And of course, we need to talk about goals. Both Manchester United and Manchester City consistently find the back of the net. Clean sheets are a rarity when these two powerhouses meet. United score often at Old Trafford, and City's attack is relentless, no matter where they play. So, let's tie this all together with some smart betting logic. We know Manchester City are tough to beat in this derby. We know Manchester United are strong at home. There's a high probability of a draw given their recent form, and goals are almost a guarantee. The safest, most logical play isn't just picking a winner, it's about finding value. Therefore, my final prediction for the Manchester Derby is a double chance bet combined with the goals market. I'm going with Manchester City to either win or draw, and for both teams to score. This covers the most likely outcomes. Alright, moving on to our second match, Chelsea versus Brentford. This London Derby has goals written all over it. Let's dive into the stats. Chelsea have a 40% win rate at Stamford Bridge this season. They've won 4 games at home, but they haven't been entirely convincing. On the other side, Brentford have struggled on the road, racking up 7 losses away from home. Now, let's look at their form. Chelsea's recent results are not great. They have recorded 3 draws and 2 losses. They haven't been consistent, but they do manage to score goals at home. Brentford, however, are flying. Their form reads for wins and a draw. They are in fantastic shape and have been scoring in almost every single game they play. So what happens when these two meet? Looking at their recent encounters, the matches are often tight, but one thing stands out: both teams usually find the net. We've seen scorelines like 2-2 and 2-1 in their recent history, so putting it all together, what's my prediction for this match? Despite Brentford's great form, Chelsea's quality at home should give them the edge, but I don't see them keeping a clean sheet. So, my prediction is for Chelsea to win, for both teams to score, and for there to be over 1.5 goals in the match. Do you agree? Or do you think Brentford's hot streak will continue and they'll spoil the party at Stamford Bridge? Let me know your thoughts. Okay, on to our third and final match for today, Liverpool taking on Burnley at Anfield. Let's start with the home and away performance. Liverpool at home are a force to be reckoned with. They have 6 wins, 2 draws, and only 2 losses, which gives them a solid 60% home win rate. Burnley, on the other hand, have a dreadful away record. Just 1 win, 1 draw, and 8 losses on their travels. That's a tiny 10% away win rate. It clearly shows how much they struggle on the road. Right from the get-go, this gives Liverpool a massive advantage. Now, let's look at the recent form of both teams. Liverpool's last 5 games show they are unbeaten, 2 wins and 3 draws. However, you can see that trend of draws creeping in recently, which might give Burnley a sliver of hope. Speaking of Burnley, their last 5 games show no wins at all. They've been conceding goals regularly, and while they've managed a few draws, their overall quality is just not on the same level as Liverpool's. Next, their encounters seem to have always been one-sided. We've seen a 1-0 Liverpool win at Burnley, a 3-1 Liverpool win at Anfield, and a 2-0 Liverpool win at Turf Moor. Liverpool have won all 3 recent encounters, and the fact they win comfortably away from home makes the case for a home win even more convincing. Now for the goal trends. Liverpool's recent matches have seen scores like 2-1 and 2-2. They consistently create chances and find the net. Burnley's recent results include a 3-1 loss and a 2-0 loss. They concede a lot of goals, especially when they face stronger opposition. When you combine these trends, betting on over 1.5 goals in this match seems like a very realistic expectation. Liverpool's attack should have no problem breaking down Burnley's defense. So, what do I expect from this game? I see Liverpool completely controlling possession from the start. Burnley will likely sit deep, pack their defense, and try to frustrate the home side. But historically, that strategy just hasn't worked against this Liverpool team. I expect Liverpool to create more than enough chances to score at least twice. So, my final prediction for this match is straightforward. I'm backing Liverpool to win, and for there to be over 1.5 goals in the game. If you're looking at correct score predictions, I think 2-0 to Liverpool or 2-1 to Liverpool are the most likely outcomes. These scorelines perfectly fit the stats, the current form, and the head-to-head history between the two clubs. And that's a wrap for today's triple-header breakdown. We've covered the Manchester Derby, Chelsea versus Brentford, and Liverpool versus Burnley. I've given you my data-back predictions for all 3. Now I want to hear from you. Drop your own predictions for these matches in the comments below. Do you agree with my analysis, or have you spotted something I missed? Let's get the conversation started. If you enjoyed this breakdown and found it helpful, please smash that like button. And most importantly, subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our match previews. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.